What a wild start to the game. We're breaking down one of the most talked about moments from the first quarter of the epic Michigan vs. Ohio State rivalry clash. The Wolverines were already up 6-0. The crowd at the big house was electric. And then things got really weird. Michigan linebacker Jaishawn Barham was flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct. But this wasn't your typical penalty. The replay shows Barham getting right up in an official's face and dipping his head. Making contact with the ref's face, it looked like a headbutt, and the flags flew immediately. So, what happened here? The penalty was a hefty 15 yards against Michigan, but surprisingly, Barham wasn't ejected from the game, which is what many people expected. On social media, speculation ran rampant. Tom Fernelli of CBS Sports suggested that Barham wasn't trying to intimidate the official at all. Instead, he might have been trying to demonstrate something that an Ohio State player had just done to him, basically showing the ref, hey, this is what happened to me on the last play. It's a risky way to make a point, and it definitely backfired in the form of a penalty. This all went down during Ohio State's second offensive drive. The Buckeyes were trying to answer Michigan's hot start. The Wolverines had already kicked a field goal on their opening possession, and then, in a huge momentum swing, they intercepted Ohio State's star quarterback, Julian Sayin. That interception led to another field goal, putting Michigan up 6-0 before the Buckeyes even knew what hit them. Barham's penalty gave Ohio State a golden opportunity, putting them deep in Michigan territory. But this is where the bend but don't break mentality of the Michigan defense truly shined. Despite the penalty gifting Ohio State prime field position, the Michigan defense stood tall. They stuffed the Buckeyes on 3 consecutive plays from inside the 2-yard line. It was a massive goal line stand that forced Ohio State to settle for a field goal instead of a touchdown. So, even though Barham's head dip cost his team 15 yards, the defense completely bailed him out, keeping the lead and electrifying the home crowd even more. It was a huge psychological win for the Wolverines in that moment. Let's talk about the player at the center of this, Jaishawn Barham. This is his second year with Michigan, after transferring from Maryland, and he's been a key player for their defense. Coming into this game, he had already racked up 31 tackles, 10 for a loss and 4 sacks. He's known for playing with a lot of passion and intensity. And I guess we saw that boil over in a very unusual way. It was a lapse in judgment for sure, but his teammates picked him up when it mattered most. Now, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture for these two teams. This game is always massive, but this year, the stakes are astronomical. With Texas A and M losing to Texas, Ohio State entered this game as one of only 2 undefeated teams left in major college football, alongside their Big Ten rival, Indiana. The pressure on the Buckeyes to finish the season with a perfect record is immense. Last year, they came into this game 10-1 and were stunned by a 6-5 Michigan team in a shocking 13-10 upset. That loss was a major blemish on an otherwise incredible season for Ohio State, where they still made it to the college football playoff and won the national championship. But you know that losing to your arch-rival stings no matter what. It adds so much pressure to this year's game for Ohio State. This is about revenge and perfection. For Michigan, it is about proving that last year was no fluke and continuing their recent dominance in the series, aiming for a 4th straight win against the Buckeyes. This wild first-quarter sequence just added another layer of drama to one of the greatest rivalries in all of sports. What did you think of the play? Was Barham demonstrating what happened to him, or did he lose his cool? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think. Thanks for watching, and if you love college football breakdowns like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. We'll see you in the next one.